Hello friends, welcome to my channel Helping Hand for Nurses. This is a part 3 video of the microbiology subject. So in this video I have included uh, classification of bacteria on the basis of the cell wall and fungi, viruses and protozoa, finally helminths. So please watch the video. Classification of bacteria based on cell wall. So the bacteria which have rigid and thick cell walls, they are further divided into free living and non-free living. So free living means extracellular bacteria, that is they don't need any cell to survive. But in case of non-free living bacteria, they are intracellular, they need host to survive. They are present inside any cell. First, we can see the free-living bacteria, that is the extracellular bacteria. And this free-living bacteria or extracellular bacteria, which is divided into gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. And in both gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, we have cocci or bacilli. Cocci or bacilli, cocci or rods. Rods is otherwise known as bacilli. And first is the gram-positive bacteria. And in cocci, we have streptococcus and staphylococcus. Streptococcus which causes pneumonia, pharyngitis and cellulitis, and staphylococcus which causes abscess of skin and other organs. And coming to the rods or bacilli, which come gram-positive rods or gram-positive bacilli, it is further divided into spore-forming and non-spore forming. And spore-forming bacilli, spore-forming gram-positive bacilli, which is further divided into aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic means they can survive. They need oxygen to survive, and anaerobic they can survive without oxygen. So in aerobic comes the bacillus, and bacillus which causes anthrax, and anaerobic example is Clostridium, which causes tetanus, gas gangrene and botulism. And coming to the non-spore forming, it is further divided into non-filamentous and filamentous. And non-filamentous, consists of the organisms Corynebacterium and Listeria. And Corynebacterium which causes diphtheria, and Listeria which causes meningitis. And coming to the filamentous, which consists of the organism Actinomyces, which causes actinomycosis, and Nocardia, which causes nocardiosis. So that is regarding the gram-positive cocci and bacilli. Gram-positive cocci and gram-positive bacilli, which coming under the free-living bacteria. And coming to the gram-negative free-living bacteria is further divided into cocci and rods. And in cocci, it consists of the Neisseria, which causes gonorrhea and meningitis. And coming to the bacilli, gram-negative bacilli, which is further divided into straight and curved. Gram-negative bacilli are facultative anaerobes. Gram-negative bacilli are facultative anaerobes. That means they can live both in the presence or in the absence of oxygen. But in case of obligate anaerobes, they are not able to live in the presence of oxygen. So facultative anaerobe means they can live in both in the presence or in the absence of oxygen. But in case of obligate anaerobe, this is anaerobe, obligate anaerobe, they cannot live in the presence of the oxygen. So this facultative anaerobes is further divided into straight and curved, and the organisms that are coming under straight category is respiratory organisms, which includes Haemophilus, leads to Haemophilus which causes meningitis, Bordetella which causes whooping cough, Legionella which causes pneumonia. And zoonotic organisms coming under the zoonotic category is Brucella which causes brucellosis, Francisella which causes tularemia, and Pasteurella which causes cellulitis, and Yersinia which causes plague. And coming under enteric and related organisms, it includes Escherichia which causes UTI and diarrhea, and Enterobacter which also causes UTI, and Serratia which causes UTI, Klebsiella which causes UTI and pneumonia. Salmonella, which is a causative factor of enterocolitis and typhoid fever, Shigella, which is a causative factor of enterocolitis, and Proteus, which is a causative factor of UTIs. Coming under the curved category, it includes Vibrio and Campylobacter. Vibrio, which is the causative factor for cholera, and Campylobacter, which is the causative factor for enterocolitis. And also it is divided into aerobic and anaerobic. And Pseudomonas coming under aerobic. Pseudomonas is a causative factor for pneumonia and UTIs. And Bacteroides, which is coming under anaerobic, which is the causative factor for peritonitis. And another category that is coming in the free living bacteria is the acid fast bacilli, and the organism coming under is a mycobacterium, which causes tuberculosis and leprosy. So these are regarding the free living bacteria. Next we can see the non-free living bacteria. It is otherwise known as obligate intracellular parasites. Obligate intracellular parasites, that is they are able to survive inside the cells. They are parasites. So it consists of rickettsia and chlamydia, and rickettsia causes Rocky Mountain spotted fever, typhus and Q fever, and chlamydia causes urethritis and trachoma. So the causative agent of trachoma is chlamydia, and causative agent of Rocky Mountain spotted fever, typhus and Q fever is rickettsia. So this is the classification of the bacteria as free living and non-free living based on the rigid cell wall. That is bacteria with the rigid cell wall is further divided into free living and non-free living. Then another category is the bacteria with the flexible thin walled cells. Spirochetes are coming under the bacteria with the flexible thin walled cells. And it includes Treponema, which causes syphilis, Borrelia, which causes Lyme disease, and Leptospira, which causes leptospirosis. And there is another bacteria, which is the Mycoplasma, which is the smallest non-bacteria which does not have any cell wall. Next organism is fungi. Fungi are eukaryotic organisms, and the cell walls are made up of chitin. Chitin cell walls are there, and they use organic chemicals for energy. And two types is the moss or mushroom, which is multicellular and have hyphae, and it reproduces by sexual and asexual spores. And yeast, they are unicellular, and it reproduces essentially by budding and some by sexual spores. Coming to the viruses, they are acellular. Viruses are acellular, and it have either DNA or RNA in core. It have either DNA or RNA in core, and the core is surrounded by protein coat, and that coat may be enclosed in a lipid envelope. And these viruses only replicate within a living host cell. So viruses are able to multiply or replicate only in a living host cell. And the first virus was discovered by Ivanovsky in 1892, and he discovered tobacco mosaic virus. The first discovered virus was tobacco mosaic virus, and which was discovered by Ivanovsky. And the first human virus was discovered by Walter Reed, which is the yellow fever virus. And the father of virology is Martins Beijering. Martins Beijering is the father of virology. And coming to the structure of viruses, and first one is the helical structure. Example for helical structured virus is tobacco mosaic virus. Tobacco mosaic virus. And helical structure virus, it consists of RNA. And coming to the polyhedral virus, example is adenovirus. Adenovirus coming under the polyhedral structure. And spherical, example is influenza virus. And coming to the complex, it is a bacteriophage. The classification of DNA viruses. DNA virus is classified into double-stranded, single-stranded, non-enveloped, and complex enveloped. Double-stranded is further divided into enveloped and non-enveloped. Double-stranded DNA viruses are further divided into enveloped and non-enveloped. Examples for enveloped is herpes viridae and hepa-DNA viridae. And non-enveloped is further divided into linear and circular, and papilloma viridae coming under the linear category, and adenoviridae coming under the circular category. And case of single non-enveloped category, the virus is coming under the single and non-enveloped category is the parvovirida. And coming under the complex envelope, the viruses are poxviridae. And this RNA viruses are also further divided into single-stranded positive sense and single-stranded negative sense and double-stranded. Single-stranded positive sense means it is further divided into enveloped and non-enveloped. Picornaviridae and calciviridae coming under the non-enveloped. And enveloped is further divided into helical and icosahedral. and helical structure, Coronaviridae coming under the helical structure, and Flaviviridae, Togaviridae, and Retroviridae coming under the icosahedral structure. Both are enveloped and coming under the single-stranded positive sense. And Picornaviridae and Caliciviridae coming under the non-enveloped single-stranded positive sense. And single-stranded negative sense, they are only enveloped and they have only helical structure. And the viruses coming under are Orthomyxoviridae, Paramyxoviridae, Rhabdoviridae, Filoviridae, Erinaviridae, etc. And in double-stranded category, they are non-enveloped and their shape is icosahedral, and the viruses are Reoviridae. Next is Protozoa. They are unicellular eukaryotes, absorb or ingest organic chemicals, may be mobile. The organs of locomotion in Protozoa are pseudopods, cilia or flagella. Based on the organ of motility, Protozoa are divided into Sarcodina, Flagellata, Sporozoa and Infusoria. In Sarcodina, the organ of motility is pseudopods and the organism coming under Sarcodina is amoeba. And in Flagellata, it uses flagella as the organ of motility, and the Protozoa coming under Flagellata category is Leishmania, Trypanosoma, Giardia and Trichomonas. And in some Sporozoa, they are immobile. There is no organs for motility, and the organism coming under are Plasmodium, Sarcocystis, Cryptosporidium, Toxoplasma, etc. Infusoria, which is also known as Celiophora, because it uses cilia as an organ of motility, and the organism coming under Infusoria or Celiophora is Balantidium. Next is helminths. So helminths is further divided into platyhelminths and nematohelminths. Platy means flat. So platyhelminths is otherwise known as flatworm. And nematohelminths, nemato means thread, or they are otherwise known as roundworms. And this platyhelminths or flatworm is further divided into cystodes and trematodes. Tapeworms coming under cystode and flukes coming under trematode. And the length of tapeworm is 5 mm to 20 meter. And the length of the trematode is 1 mm to 3 cm. And the length of the nematode is 1 mm to 1 meter. In this table, we can see the classification of helminths and also their differences. So, first one is nematodes. Coming to the shape, nematodes are cylindrical and it is elongated, and it is unsegmented, that it is not segmented. Cylindrical, elongated and it is not segmented. And coming to cystodes or tapeworms, it is tape-like segmented. And coming to the trematodes, flukes are coming under the trematodes, they are not segmented, they are unsegmented and they are leaf-like. And coming to the body cavity, there is no body cavity in nematodes. There is body cavity in nematodes, but there is body cavity is absent in cystodes and trematodes. Coming to the digestive tract or alimentary tract, in nematodes the digestive tract is complete, but in cystodes there is no digestive tract, and trematodes the digestive tract is incomplete. And coming to the sex, separate male and female sex can be seen in nematodes, that is they are separate. But in cystodes and trematodes, this sexes can be seen in the one organism. They are hermaphrodites. They are not separate. In trematodes, they are also hermaphrodites except schistosoma. And coming to the head end, there is no suckers or no hooks in nematodes, that is in roundworms. They have well developed buccal capsule. And in cystodes, suckers is present, often with the hooks. But in trematodes, suckers present but hooks are absent. So these are regarding the helminths.